Steven here from History Hustle, and I'm standing here in Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. And in this video I'll talk about Malaysia during World War II. Halfway the 30s, the British realized that their colony, British Malaya, might be in danger because of the aggressive Japanese expansionism. From 1937, Japanese soldiers waged a brutal war in China, but they lacked raw material. Also, they suffered from embargoes from the English, the Americans, and the Dutch. So it was for Japan either withdraw from China or attack the European colonies, and they chose the latter one. From 1939, Great Britain was in war with Nazi Germany, and they needed all their fighter planes for that. And British Prime Minister Churchill and the American President Roosevelt agreed with one another that if war would break out in the Far East, the war in Europe would be dealt first with. In other words, preparations against a Japanese invasion in British Malaya were very, very minimal. At the 8th of December 1941, at midnight, 1 hour before the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor, Japanese troops attacked British Malaya from Thailand and French Indochina. Now, contrary to the British Army, the Japanese troops had battle experience and had tanks. They also dominated the air with their fighting planes and used bicycle infantry. These troops didn't take any bicycles with them, they took them from the local population and were able to move southwards fast. British Indian troops were defeated easily by the Japanese at the Battle of Jitra, and after heavy aerial bombardments, the British gave up their island of Penang. On the 7th of January, most northern regions were already in Japanese hands, and now they were aiming for the next goal, Kuala Lumpur. The British High Command, Arthur Percival, ordered his troops to withdraw to Singapore, and therefore Kuala Lumpur was taken on the 11th of January without much effort. The final battle on Malayan soil was the Battle of Muar between Japanese troops and British Indian and Australian troops. After Japanese victory, they butchered all wounded POWs, and within 2 months they conquered Malaya. Now in the beginning, the Malay had some sympathies for the Japanese. However, this drastically changed when Japan ceded the northern Malayan territories to Thailand. Also, Chinese civilians became victims purchased by the Japanese, and also some 73,000 Malay were put to work at the Railway of Death in Thailand and Burma. And a lot of women were forced into prostitution. And then there was hyperinflation and shortage of food, and basically shortage of everything. And this all made the Japanese extremely unpopular. So for many Malay, it came as a relief when the Japanese surrendered to the Allies after the atom bombs August 45. However, a few years later, a new conflict would emerge on the Malayan Peninsula. A conflict not known by a lot of people. I'll talk about that conflict in my next video.